final part of our program, and that is to call on the chairperson of our council, Mr. Kwanele Gumbi, to address us. Thank you very much.
Is this one working? Okay. Since I can't sing, I can't do anything, let me walk around and talk. How's that? Because I know my neck has been strained this way. I think first and foremost, to you, Mr. Manim, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to this place you gave birth to. Thank you. Sometimes we forget the opportunities that we get when others take a risk. Their risk in 1976 gives us this place. And we sometimes don't take too much great fanfare what an individual can do. Each one of us can birth something amazing in this country, even this day onwards. So for your example, for you being here, for you still being alive, it gives meaning to all this work. Thank you very much for that. I need to polish my marbles. I've got my members of the board here. And Sis Shadow, Twala, thank you for being here. Peter Mackenzie, thank you for being here. Cedric Nunn, thank you for being here. You really make this place work. The work you put in sitting around the table, very late at night, stitching this place together, putting the budgets, not being on stage, really holds it together. And without that, creativity loses its meaning if it's not sustainable in these tough economic times. And thank you for the work you do and the rest of the members of council. We've got members of staff. I will highlight the CEO and his entire team, from the senior management, members of staff, everyone, including James Ngobo, Artistic Director. Thank you guys. Penny, for all the work that you always do. Nobody who throws a party should never underestimate, rather, the person who throws the party, those who are behind the scenes. These things, that they just don't happen. Somebody needs to stand on high heels and look pretty and be tired after the end of the day. So they do it so well, and thank you for their efforts. And I think it's important from the position of council to say thank you to each and every one of you for the continuous work that you do, having your evenings being lived here, and we really, really appreciate it. Our colleagues, you are our friends, this is our home, your stages are our stages. This is the gift to this country, this is the gift to the world that we do. So all of you, regardless of the badges you wear, we are in one industry. We have to work hard, take out the politics, because I know you are small politicians. The art is very political. Please, you've got egos. Please, please. We have young people watching you, wanting to do what you do. Don't show them the bad example of your egos. Show them the example of your excellence in the work you do, please. Out of all things you learn, make it sustainable for them. Let them make money. Don't have jealousy, as the Africans will say. Allow them to have money. Allow them to keep coming when they are good. Allow them, be the platform, be the enablers. Do that, please. Out of all that you do, let someone have a fair chance, because they will show us things that otherwise we will not be able to see. In this week that you are with us, we are learning from you, you are learning from us. We are clear and we are one. We are producing for this country, we're producing for the world. Please learn that and continue to embrace all of the work that we do, all of us. And I'm happy to welcome you here as well. I have a special request for our living legends. First of all, I must acknowledge all our living legends. It's a good program that the Department of Arts and Culture is doing. And I hope it's not something airy-fairy, you know? It's something that makes sense, that people know what it means. And when times are tough, somebody steps in. When times are good, somebody knows how to put something away. Whichever the equation is that makes it make more sense. Please, 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 we acknowledge you. We want you to also to give us that last kick. come back on stage, come back into song, do something with the younger people, wherever you can. Let's let the Department of Arts and Culture, the market theaters of this world, help you. Just do something in a teaching method, in a way that imparts that knowledge, and would really still like to see your great works being revived as well. To our living legends who are here in front of us, we love your music, we grow on it. Not Yet Uhuru is much more relevant these days than ever before, you know? I say this. I have privileges that I'm given by the position I hold. And I know the audience would love Chigijela with that lady. And I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm not at all. Because I'm like your child, you can say no to me, but to them, maybe not. But anyway, if that was the last function or the last item of the evening, it would be truly a blessing. But thank you for your example. We really appreciate it. Tatesimenya, thank you so much. Siswam, your mother gave us something that some of us, I never had the privilege of meeting her. I'm too young. I'm 40, the market theater is 41, I'm 41 in October. So I can't blame anybody, I was just born that way. But I know one thing, through James and the team, when they said we're a Sophie Mgcina award, or awards, started a few years ago, and now it's back home to the market theater. And I've seen you going on stage, and you are a great ambassador to your mother's legacy. And may you continue in the dignity that you present to us, in the memory that you carry of her. We really appreciate it. These young people, through your mother's name and through your mother's legacy, get to live up to somebody iconic as her. And thank you for setting that example and always giving that embrace. We really appreciate that. You know, when you get to the Department of Arts and Culture, that's really now talking finance. You know, behind the scenes, they allow me to speak very honestly with them, from their minister to the DG to everyone. And I appreciate that, because I believe sometimes we need to lose political correctness in order to get things done and to get them done right. And your collegial warmth that you bring here with your DDG and your other members of the staff from the Department of Arts and Culture is highly appreciated. And we were talking when we were sitting next to each other earlier on whilst the production was on, that sometimes it's important to taste and sample the very same thing that you help fund, you help create. Because, you know, we don't want to give them reports. We want them to know what it is that they are doing. So for you to be here, for you to say those words without being prompted by anybody, it means a lot to us. Please carry this message back to the team, to the staff, and to the minister, that we really appreciate the efforts. I know we always look for funding, but most of all, we are looking for presence. We want them to be here, because we're not creating this for others. We want them, because when we do this work, we speak about them and how some of them have gone off the rails. And it's very important to come without us protesting, to hear what society is saying. So please convey that it is good that what we put on stages get to be consumed by our principals and other members of staff. I'm not going to speak long. I was just really thanking everybody. And lastly, I would like to thank you. Lastly in the thanks, not lastly in what I'm saying. I'm thanking you for coming through. It's really important. Let me say this. We do this not only for fun. We do this to work society, to change things that are not right, to complement things that are right. In my next life, which is, I'm on it right now, I'm going to become a politician. The reason I'm going to do that is because the ones that we have are not good. There's no sugarcoating it. They are not good. All right? I know some of you are politically connected to others, but that's fine. They're not good. You can tell them that. I said that. The state of our country is really bad. Leadership is not on one person, but it's on multiple levels. We are struggling on things that are so simple that we could fix. When an organization like this one, funded by government, is high performing, and the very government that supports it is not, something is wrong. You understand? It's like your child speaking the truth to you and you speaking wrong things to the child. You understand what I mean? The people that you see here are at the peak of their careers. They do their best. They do their job. And it's for all of us also, outside these rooms, to do our job. Don't let a movie unfold in front of you which includes you. Don't be passive, be participating. Probe, speak, throw in what you have. It's very important. Yesterday was Father's Day. Some of us are putting the effort in that department. We truly are, and we do so with all the tough comments that we hear about men, and they're all deserved, because many of us are not doing that job properly. But the few that do, we do it for everyone, because we want to create an example for those who are coming up. So I'm saying this, and I'm saying this. Do not let things get worse than what they are. Do not think it's not your business. You will have no country if you're passive. You will be in a democracy. You'll be in a democracy in name, but you'll be enslaved. You'll have all the laws. We need no rulers, we need leaders, and none we have right now. We have office bearers, people who occupy offices, and they reduce it to themselves. They don't expand it. And I say this openly. I have no tender from government. I know many of you have got fear. You see, you've got fear, and yet what will happen to you is worse than your fear. When I look at my little children, I've got 3, by the way, which is a lot. When I look at them, I realize that if I don't stand up, if I don't speak, and if I don't step forward, there's no future for them, and there's no future for me. They say power corrupts, so is powerlessness. Powerlessness corrupts, because you end up bribing somebody for an ID, thinking you're just getting it, and yet things start rotting. I'm not making you political. You thought 1976 was political. Smell the coffee. It's more political now. I want to say to you, my job is to make sure with our board that this place works. To make sure that everyone is expected to perform at their best. We push hard. We expect more with little that we have. It is our expectation. This place works. I'm no artist, but for as long as I'm involved here, this place will have a roof, will have lights, and will have water, because I fight for it. I don't fight for myself while I fight for it. I fight for it exclusively. I don't moonlight on anything else. So whatever you do, do it wholeheartedly. And I wish you the best, and thank you very much.